Hi, I'm Nikki and I'm parked up by a lake about 20 miles from Poznan in Poland.
Yes, we are. We are just a short click away from Poznan. Now, the opening credit to that is really poignant to what we're going to talk about tonight. Tonight, we've split the video into chapters. If you've got something that you're not interested in, you can just skip straight through it. Tonight, we're going to talk about Gdansk. What a city.
Wow.
But what a history.
Yeah, definitely.
This place has got a history that we need to talk about, and we're going to show you. So stay tuned as we walk you through Gdansk, show you some of the sights and how beautiful it is, maybe give you a flavour for it. The great thing about Gdansk in a motorhome, we've been to places where many people wouldn't go.
Let's start by having a look at beautiful old town Gdansk. We're waiting for Jacob in his black Toyota Corolla.
Yes, Jacob. Now, before we talk about Gdansk, we need to talk about Jacob. Probably 12 years old, maybe 13, but he had a taxi, and we used the Bolt app from where we're staying. £5,
Between £5 and £6.
£5 or £6, drop us off into the centre. However, word of warning: if you're using taxis in Gdansk, prepare to feel like Princess Diana, because they just, oh man, they're on another level.
We're just coming down our street.
Where are we going?
We're going to Gdasnk Centre, Old Town. Now, it's quite amusing that a lot of the tourist destinations we've been to where you have to pay to go in, Paul's been asked if he has any concession prices available to him.
Cheeky gits. I don't look a day over 40.
Gdansk was destroyed during World War II, but in the 1950s it was painstakingly restored to its former glory.
If you walked through Gdansk today, you would think those buildings had never been touched. They are absolutely amazingly...
It all looks very medieval.
Yeah, they've been amazingly rebuilt. It's absolutely incredible what they've done with the city to give it the feel of being medieval, but as Nikki says, over 90% of it was destroyed in bombardment. However, much of it has maintained its little quirkiness.
As night falls, Gdansk really springs into life.
Yeah, it does start to become much more hustly and bustly, but not stag do's and how's your father. Proper.
Just a really nice buzz and a nice feel. Lots of families about.
Yeah, and an Irish pub, of course. Not that we went there.
Other bars are available.
Now that's pretty much the city of Gdansk. One beautiful street with lots of little streets running off it. Amber Street, where they make all the jewellery. Some other lovely streets. A modern vibe outside of the main streets. Really nice. Of course, one of my favourite things about our time in Gdansk was the park run. Yeah.
That early morning park run.
That early morning Saturday park run, where I managed to get this one out of bed, which is hard, on a bike, which is even harder, in the cold, which made it worse, and come with me to Ronald Reagan Park in Gdansk to do the park run. Don't worry, you won't have to watch it all, because there is a short. If you check my shorts, you can watch the short of the park run. You can watch me win my age group and get a new PB. But there was something very, very special about this park run. Something we never really knew. Follow this little video. A day like today, it's absolutely beautiful to come to this park. Have a run or a ride. It's called Ronald Reagan Park. Here's all the way from London. Hi guys.
Yes, it has an amazing beach. Wasn't quite bikini weather though, but wow, when I first saw that beach, I did not expect to see that.
Yeah, it was really, really incredible. And we just sat there watching a dog play on the beach for ages. But yeah, what a beach. Really, really nice. I imagine in the summer it's got people all down it. In a beautiful part of Gdansk. Somewhere where if you were flying in, you probably wouldn't go.
Yep.
But if you're a camper in,
with your bikes,
get them out, off you go. It's definitely worth it. And it's definitely worth doing the park run. Definitely.
Just saying.
Just saying.
But don't beat his PB or he'll be upset.
I did get a PB and I did finish first in my age group. I beat loads of people younger than me, half my age. They don't even need concessions.
Our plan had been to go to the War Museum for an hour or so and then carry on our trip around Gdańsk Old Town.
But then when we got to the War Museum, it was really, really incredible. It's a really moving place, really moving. And it got me thinking quite a lot. So just gonna walk through that. But before I do that, here's a little look of the War Museum and what's there for you. The museum spans over 26,000 square feet. In this particular area, you can see the carefully artistic way that old streets of Poland have been made. Using old shops and photos from history, they recreated the look of Poland prior to the war. The museum focuses on the struggles of the Jews and the Polish people during Russian and German occupation. This particular area is really, really mind-blowing as it highlights and shows the Jewish population that lost their lives during World War II from Poland. Nikki and I have never visited Auschwitz, but I would imagine the emotions that we experienced here would be very similar to what it would be when we eventually do visit. With the cattle trains on display and these suitcases, genuine suitcases of people that lost their lives, both Nikki and I were truly moved by the experience. That was the end of our trip to the War Museum. We wanted to spend an hour and a half in there, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
But we could have spent all day. There was just so much information within that museum. The museum looked at the whole concept of before, during and after. And I don't think you expected to be in there as long as what you were in there. Because it's not really your thing.
No, I mean, it was interesting and it grabbed my... I can't say it grabbed my interest. It just made me think that, but there's an awful lot of information. There's almost too much information to take in one visit.
And I suppose what it taught me was that the problems going on in the East right now, they're so deep-seated.
Let's have a look at where you can stay in a camper van in Gdansk. We stayed at the University Camper Park, which is about 3 kilometres from the city centre. There is also a camper park nearer to the city centre, but we don't know a lot about it. And according to the information I saw, it was actually closed. But we did see some camper vans parked there, but it was more suited to smaller vans, I think.
Yeah, so we've put just a couple of pictures on there for you. We don't know if it was open, as we say, but clearly it was because there was campers parked there. But what facilities were available, I don't know. We were quite happy with where we stayed.
Yeah. We paid 150 zloty a night, which is about £30. We had electric, we had all the usual motorhome facilities, emptying points, fresh water, parked on grass, security gates with a key fob to get in and out. It was nice.
Yeah, we have, again, if you check through the feed, we have put a little shorts video up with a voiceover of us stopping there. It's nice. Yeah. It was really nice. It served our needs. It was, as Nikki said, electric, wastewater. There were showers in the university itself. Yeah. I just wish more universities in the UK or institutions within the UK would make these facilities available and make a bit of money. But yeah, well done to Gdansk University for putting that up there. Would you say €30?
About £30 a night.
£30. Okay, it's not €30, it's £30. Anyway, I think £30 to park your van overnight in a city centre as important as Gdansk is a bargain. I genuinely, many will disagree, but I know I can't park my car in London for that price. So, you know, to be able to stay there overnight with our accommodation, yeah, quite happy, weren't we?
Yeah. And the University Camper Park was nearer to the Park Run than the other camper stop, so I'm happy that we stayed at that one.
Yeah, otherwise you'd had a long cycle yesterday morning. But that's where we stayed. Look it up if you're going to visit Gdansk. And if you're going to fly to Gdansk, if you're going to sail a boat to Gdansk, if you're going to walk to Gdansk, go there. It's really well worth it. Well worth it. That's my view. We visited cities all over Europe and in our camper. That's what we do.
We do.
You know, Vienna, Paris, yeah, all the big ones. We've done the little ones. We've done the little ones in the UK, York, Chester, because we're near there. But Gdansk is right up there, I'd say, Nikki.
Yeah, Gdansk was absolutely lovely. Yeah. Well worth a visit.
But more about where we are now.
Tonight's park up is one that we found on the Park Run app. It's by a lake, a very small lake, about 20 miles from Gdasnk. It's fairly firm ground. It's raining and windy out there, so it may not be a peaceful night, but on the whole it looks pretty good.
And if you are watching this nearby tonight, we're out of wine. So I'm flying the flag for wine required. But hey, yeah, it's okay. It's alright. The weather's really, really gracious. And but we are about 180 miles from our next stop, which is where we're going to have a little job car on the motorway. So more of that tomorrow. Or no, it won't be tomorrow. More of that in due course.
Tomorrow is a travel day.
Tomorrow is
Big
a travel day. Just a driver. Sat nav, Nicky nav, Google nav. I'm just a driver. I just do some time tomorrow.
Work, and we've got to travel.
I know.
So we'll fit all that in.
Yeah. Well, enjoy your night, guys.
Thank you for sharing our journey with us. It really would mean a lot if you like, subscribe and or comment.